All right, we're asking the question, will Elon Musk ever step foot on Mars? Ooh, 4. Will Elon Musk ever step foot on Mars? Four of Wands in reverse, 3 of Cups, 10 of Wands in reverse. Right off the bat, I'm thinking no. Like, I'm thinking he's not ever going to step foot on Mars. Sorry, Elon, but what this says here kind of pretty much... 2 of Pentacles. Where am I going to put this? 7 of Pentacles. So, those are actually pretty... yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. Let's just see what the bottom of the deck has. Page of Pentacles. I think Emperor in reverse. I think he has this sort of naive dream of stepping foot on Mars, but I don't think he ever will. Ooh, look at that. Why am I not surprised? You know what's so weird about this 7 of Pentacles is that what side of this am I going to be on? I'm so effing confused at this flipped ass camera, dude. So this is impromptu. Okay, it's impromptu. So, 4 of Wands in reverse means, you know, it's typically the card of, you know, home base. Stable foundation, home base. It's in reverse. Which means that at least for him, that's not like in the cards. You know, for Mars to be like his home base or his established place that he is at. The Page of Pentacles is this kind of, it really to me signifies this dream that he has of this. I see this pentacle right here as a base. It's like this dream of like a Mars kind of base that he's had. Since he was probably pretty young, because you know, like that's been in his plans for a hot minute. He probably read that book. I can't remember who wrote it, but it was about, you know, it was like some time traveler shit, just crazy stuff, you know. Yeah, he's had this dream since he was young. He probably read that book, like the time traveler book, where Elon is the Emperor Mars or whatever. And it's interesting. We have the Emperor in reverse. Did I ever say I felt the 7 of Pentacles here before I ever pulled the 7 of Diamonds over here? I did. I thought it was already on the table. I had some frozen grapes. Like, they're soggy now, but like, they're like stuck to the inside of my throat. Emperor in reverse, you know, Elon, the Emperor of Mars, you know. But with this 3 of Cups, to me, because the Emperor in reverse is clarifying the 3 of Cups, it's like, this is a celebration, you know. This is not only just a celebration, it's kind of like an emotional celebration, because cups are emotion, you know. It's this happy get-together, which suggests to me that, you know, with this Emperor in reverse, that Elon won't be there. You know, Elon won't physically actually be on Mars ever. That's what it's looking like. But, you know, with this Page of Pentacles, he had that dream. He had that dream of going to Mars, building that base on Mars. You know, that was his dream and his hope. And he worked really hard on that. With this 10 of Wands and this 7 of Pentacles, which is seeing, you know, reaping the rewards of your efforts physically, you know. And so, you know, it's interesting I'm seeing this as a base because there are 7 here, right? 7 bases. It could be bases on the moon. It could be 7 bases on Mars. It could be 7 bases altogether that eventually he has. And if you can include his Earth-based bases, then, you know, maybe like, I don't know, star bases or whatever. Could be on all the planets combined, or it could be on Mars. I don't know. 7 seems like kind of a lot. But, you know, this is Elon. He's seeing the, you know, his vision become reality. But with this 10 of Wands in reverse, it's like, yeah, there's so much work put into all this. But it's in reverse. He's not going to be there physically. Like, that's what I think. That's what I see from this. And maybe we could even stand to go over even like further. You know what? If there's not room for me up in the corner, I will bring it over further next time. So let's just go ahead and split these bottoms again out of curiosity. I kind of honestly kind of like being... Wait a minute, that's not going to work. Well, anyway, I was going to say I kind of like being limited to this smaller like area, and it's just super easy because I know whenever the cards are going to be in frame. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, he's held on super, super tight to this vision, to this goal since he was young, you know. And he's like, I'm not letting this go. And he's got that base. Again, I'm seeing this pentacle as a base. It's like he's holding it to his chest. He's like, this is mine, this is it, this is the goal, this is the vision, and I'm not gonna ever give it up, you know. Then we've got the star in reverse. Yeah, it's again in reverse. It's like, so the star is, you know, star base, going to the stars. It's all the space travel stuff. Card of Aquarius, you know, but it is in reverse again. It's like the question is, Elon gonna step foot on Mars? It sure doesn't look like it. You know, it sure doesn't look like it. But I think, you know, with this 3 of Cups and everything, he's gonna be happy that somebody stepped foot on Mars, even if it's not him. It's not like he's gonna be like, oh, I wish it was me. Well, he probably does wish it was him, but this is very interesting right here. I expected something like this, because so this is the Empress, and as you can see here we have the Emperor in reverse. The Empress is upright, and when I saw the star in reverse, you know, obviously I got the message about Elon not stepping foot on Mars. He's not going out there. Like, it just doesn't look like he's going out there. He might not go out there at all, you know. It's not in his list of things to do, honestly. I mean, it's not, and that's probably pretty wise of him, because he could easily perish if he did, you know, go out there. But when I saw this star card, I thought of a woman immediately. Like, I was like, you know, after the message, it was pretty much at the same time I got the message about Elon, I thought about a woman. And so with this, and so he's here as the Emperor in reverse, you know, Emperor of Mars, he's in reverse. He's not going there. You know, he did say that something about dying on Mars or being taken to Mars after he's dead or something like that. He's not going to step foot alive on Mars, and I don't think he will be there at all. But the Empress, okay, we all know Elon's got like tons of baby mamas, and you can only imagine that he'll never stop reproducing, right? And I'm not saying he should. But, you know, so he's 50 something now, right? A woman his own age could not reproduce anymore. And so that means that, you know, whenever he's going to be reproducing, it's going to have to be a younger woman, you know. This Empress could be one of those women. This Empress could be, I was going to say Grimes, because they're such like this weird couple. They were a weird couple of like, this almost kind of cosplay type of life where she's like the space empress or whatever. Could be her, but I feel like she even is too, like, the timing doesn't really necessarily add up. I think it could be someone younger than her. It could be someone out in the distant future. I really don't know, but it's probably one of his baby mamas, because the Empress is, you know, she's pregnant, and I don't know if she's actually pregnant here, is she? But we know that's the story of the Empress, is she's usually pregnant on her throne. It's a lot of abundance and manifestation under her belt type deal. So yeah, so this is an important female figure who's very close to Elon, who will be going to Mars. She will step foot on Mars in her lifetime. That's pretty cool. So that's what I get for that question. And I'm so tempted to like cut this deck, even though like what's the point really? It's another 7. 7 of spades. Which, you know, I read playing cards just like the tarot, you know. Traditionally that the meanings were different and all this kind of stuff. And again, you know, this Neptune right here, like, that is Neptune, isn't it? I gotta learn these. Look, I can't use the Astro Dice until I know what effing planet is being depicted. Is that Neptune? Is this even... Wait, is this signs? What is this? Oh, that's embarrassing. So I think this is actually Uranus. I actually honestly don't know, but that's Neptune right there, so it's not Neptune, so never mind. But when I look at this over here, I just get like just it being like, this is Taurus right here, and so I see it just being like dreams of his with this 11th house right here. It's just these dreams of his that are manifesting, because we've got 2, 3, and 4, and 4 is base again, 4 of rods, and it's this base that he's been working toward. But with this 7 of spades, what I get from it is he's game planning this Mars base. He's game planning for other people to land on Mars. He's gonna achieve that come hell or high water. That's it. There's no other way. And if this were a 7 of swords from a standard tarot deck, I would interpret it the same way I would interpret it as strategic planning, maybe some underhanded kind of stuff. You know, he's a very brilliant businessman, obviously, so he might be using some type of tactics that, you know, are legal. They're legal, but they might not necessarily be fair. You know what I mean? That's what I get from that. I don't know why, but yeah. So that's the reading, and you know, I'll just have to sort of determine. With this 2 of Pentacles, also, I forgot to mention this. It's like, this is the card of balance. It's also the card of partnership in these physical like endeavors, and so it's this woman here who this is about, and it's like she's going to go as Elon's representative. So Elon either may be too old and frail when the time comes to go to Mars. He may be dead, and she could be the one who's in charge of the shit now, right? Even though he's setting up his like newer son to be like his replacer or whatever, his protege or whatever. You know, there's going to be a woman here who's very, very central and will absolutely land on Mars. Okay, she'll step foot on Mars successfully. And with the star here, which is what reminded me of her, she may be famous, which, I mean, you know, even being like associated with Elon Musk, essentially you are famous. You know, even the women who have had his children and don't want nothing to do with the spotlight, you know, like that executive or whoever the hell that was at one of his companies or whatever who had his child, you know, seems like a great chick, you know, but she's got no interest in the spotlight whatsoever, you know. And so whoever this is might have an interest in the spotlight, might be a star, you know. It could be Grimes, but like, I don't know, dude. It's like, we're talking about Mars here. We're talking about going to fucking Mars. I was like, you know, I do remember, because, oh god, there's like cerebral wasps in here. This is so not great. Fuck off, you guys. Yeah, so she's had 2 at this point of Elon's children, so she is literally the Empress. Grimes is, you know. She said one time, I can't remember where she said this, but I essentially agreed with her. Was essentially like, she said, I'm not going to go into space until I'm like over 40. You know, it's like, it was such a weird conversation, but I totally agreed, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense, you know. So it could be her. I'm not saying it's not her. Could be. She's a very Aquarian energy as well, you know. So it could be Grimes, but I'm not feeling like it is. I'm feeling like it's you know, say Elon's 70 or something, and this woman is obviously young enough to bear children with him. So it's not somebody his age, and so it's a childbearing age woman. that we probably don't know about yet, is what I would say, is what I get, you know. Could be crimes, don't think it is. So, yeah, so that's this reading, and I hope you enjoyed. Me. Like, nobody else is going to see this. Unless one day this is like true or something. Like, oh God, do I look like a hot freaking mess like I totally am right now? Because if this happens and this chick lands on Mars, like, you better believe I'm going to be like, I called it. I called it. And by that time, there's probably going to be no doubt that I'm like for real and really did do this reading in 2023, because it'll probably be so obvious this video is old as shit. Okay. That's it. That's that. So, just out of curiosity, don't tell anybody, this is like totes embarrassing, but I do have a guide here. Is this Neptune? Oh, it is Neptune! Uranus is the freaking satellite. So what this means is, like, I freaking knew this was Neptune. Neptune's the planet of like dreams and stuff like that. So it's like his dream. It's always been his dream to go to Mars. Just like double check these. Taurus, yeah, building a foundation, that kind of stuff. Okay, checks out. Totes checks out. That was really fun. Yeah, you know, the thing about the wasps is that it's like, I'm not like scared of them. My thing is I don't want to build a nest in here. You know, like, I come in and out of here a lot. I like, need to be in here a lot, you know, and so it's like, y'all got a GTFO, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. I'm really curious to see how this looks and whatnot, because this is a really good setup. I have it on this step ladder though, which is kind of a bitch, because if I ever need to use the step ladder, I'm gonna have to move it. It's not a big deal. It's pretty easy to set up, but it works incredibly well. So for this setting, I dig it. King of Pentacles. I love that King of Pentacles. He's my favorite card. Unless, like, we're using, like, another deck. There's some decks, specifically, like, the Illuminati Tarot, has my favorite star card ever. That is my favorite card in that specific deck. But in general, King of Pentacles. The Star is actually probably my favorite card in general, though. Okay.